Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Friday, January 20th.
We included $100 million for beach erosion projects in these affected areas.
Governor Ron DeSantis says the funding allocated in a recent special session and signed into law will support 16 different counties that were hard hit during hurricane season.
$17 million for Flagler County, $4.6 million for St. Johns County. So that's going to make a big difference in those communities, and we're happy that we were able to react very, very quickly. Most states, especially states that are running big deficits, they don't have the wherewithal to respond to these types of issues. And so in Florida, we have record budget reserves in this state, over $20 billion surplus that we ended last fiscal year with. And so we're able to do things and we're able to respond.
And the money won't stop there. House Speaker Paul Renner, whose district includes Flagler County, says they'll consider more assistance during the regular legislative session that gets underway in March. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. The Flagler Health Department puts out a call for help to county commissioners.
Chief of Nursing Mark Lindy says the issue is with the department's 30-year-old building.
There's been a long period of disrepair, and our building is full to the max. I'm trying to hire an epidemiologist, but I don't have any room left. We're out of areas. I've been buying storage sheds, and we kind of maxed out the whole side. Our parking lot is too small. People are parking on the grass, and when we get the summer rains, I'm having pregnant people step out into wet grass and try to walk in because our parking lot is just full.
Commissioner Dave Sullivan had a funding question, and both Lindy as well as Flagler Medical Director Dr. Stephen Bickle responded.
You do get some financial help direct from the state, is that correct?
Yes, sir, absolutely.
And I'd also like to see a little comparisons on that. I mean, does that change any of those other numbers?
It's actually worse than you think. What happened was the allocation of funding to counties was based on about a 30-year-old census. So since then, Flagler has grown tremendously, has the same funding, and really entrenched people with the haves and the have-nots did not want to change the formula. So we were actually second to last of per capita funding for the state.
The county's capital improvement plan includes a building expansion sometime between this year and 2027, but currently it is not funded. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Rich Petchke.
A notorious drug home in Daytona North is no more.
Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley and the FCSO legal team have permanently evicted the owner and residents of 2345 Blueberry Street in Daytona North after years of illegal drug activity operating out of the residence. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley says a new tactic was used.
We used a civil nuisance abatement law, and we evicted them permanently from their home. It is now where they have to pay taxes, but they can't live there.
Sheriff Staley adds, "I hope our action brings relief to the neighborhood and serves as a warning to prolific drug dealers and nuisance property owners that just because your property is homesteaded and we can't seize it for forfeiture, we will use every means possible to stop your illegal activities." For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
It was once known as Ocean City,
but we now know it as Flagler Beach. Historian Randy J. said recently on Common Ground that whatever it was called, it was hard to get to.
One time they had wasn't even a drawbridge, it was a bridge that you had to actually pull over with a rope, and it was the size of 2 Model Ts, so you could actually get 2 Model Ts on this bridge.
Jay said that while Flagler Beach was in a remote area in its early days, Isaac Moody and his family were instrumental in helping to make it what it would become. Common Ground is on WNZF Sunday mornings at 10 and on the Flagler radio app. From the WNZF newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
The weekend is here and there's plenty of family fun going on in Flagler County. This is Stacy with Fun for Augie Kids.
Today, join Flagler County Library for their Baby Story Time. This half-hour event is filled with stories, songs, interactive play, and more. Tomorrow, join Lowe's Home Improvement for their DIY Kids Workshop. Your little builder will create a wooden snowman picture frame that is perfect for displaying heartwarming memories. The Flagler Film Festival is this weekend. This event was formed to showcase the work of new and emerging filmmakers as well as more experienced filmmakers. Gamble Rogers is hosting a guided kayak tour through the beautiful estuary with experienced guides. All levels of experience are welcome, and rentals will also be available. This weekend, the Flagler Playhouse presents Rent. Set in the East Village of New York City, Rent is about falling in love, finding your voice, and living for today. For more on these events and others, please visit us on our website at fun4augiekids.com. Have a great weekend.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.